everybody. Before this podcast starts, just wanted to let you know, in different parts of the video, you might hear the audio cut out. And I think it's because we tried using a new cord for our microphones that plugged into the computer when we were actually recording the podcast. And unfortunately, the audio did not come out as good as it did in our previous episodes. You may not even notice, but we wanted to let you know just in case. Regardless, we hope you enjoy this week's episode.
Hi, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Jacqueline, and welcome to episode 5 of the My Moments with Mom podcast.
Yes, we've been having so much fun, you guys, doing these podcasts.
Yeah.
Yes, and first things first, we had another person ask about putting the podcasts on
Different platforms. Like audio platforms.
Right.
That there's no video, right? We're still looking into it. I'm sure we will put them on other places.
Yes.
Or websites, I should say, soon. So we've been looking into it. We got to read all the terms and conditions and all that. And we're not even sure how to set it up exactly. Like, is it just like a YouTube channel where you can make a page like for free? Or do you have to do something else?
Right.
So we're not sure yet. And especially, it takes more time because if we put it on multiple websites, like for example, Spotify, Apple Music, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else yet. But those are the two we had in mind.
But
so anyway.
we'll check, you guys. We will check. We just have to be careful with the terms and conditions, as Jacqueline said.
Yeah.
So we will check. And if you guys are watching this podcast and maybe you're doing something and just listening, we both cut our hair.
We did.
As you may notice.
We did cut our hair.
Well, Jerry
Not
cut
ourselves.
Our hair.
I was going to say.
Jacqueline's dad cut our hair. Did a really nice job. Just kind of gave us a shorter, like, cut across.
Yeah.
And then Jacqueline curled my hair today for me, you guys.
Yeah.
I did start off doing it myself, but
it's tough.
I need practice, you guys.
And then I started off curling my own hair, and then it got difficult, and I needed your help. So then she curled my hair for me.
Right. But Jacqueline also cut her bangs.
I did. I cut my own bangs, though.
No, you did a good job, honey.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really sure if I like it for sure. Let me know what you think down below. Well, actually, if you don't like it, though, don't tell me.
No, but you know what the good thing is?
But
You didn't cut them that short where you can't swoop them to the side.
Right. So I wanted, I wanted to leave them long enough where I could swoop them to the side still if I wanted to. Yeah.
And I keep saying I'm going to do bangs so I don't have to do my eyebrows anymore.
Right. Well, see, you can't really see mine, but I think if I didn't fill them in, you'd notice. Well, I would notice.
Yeah.
Because like I'm the one doing it. But I feel like you could tell they're not as dark if I didn't.
No, that's true. Even though you have good eyebrows, you still have to fill
I do
them
have
in
more hair than yours.
Right.
But still, I think you noticed.
Well, you guys, we've talked about this before in our videos. I was a child of the 70s or a teen of the 70s, and I overplucked my eyebrows. And I'm not kidding you guys, they never grew back. Right? Like hair grows back everywhere in your body, right? Your underarms, your legs, right?
Armpits. Oh, you just said underarms.
Yeah, but what the heck's with your eyebrow hair? Right?
I don't know.
So mine are so horrible, you guys. I have to draw them in all the time. When I get extra money one day, right? I'm going to go get my eyebrows done.
You know what's really cool? It probably is very painful. Unless they numb it, but still. It's like, do you feel the sensation? There's like this certain technique that they do. It's called like feathering, but it's a tattoo. So it looks like ombre. Like it goes from like light in the front of your eyebrow and then gets darker as it goes to the edges or the ends.
Yes.
And it looks really neat. Like it looks more realistic, I think.
On normal people, honey. But
what do you mean?
We've talked about this, you guys.
On normal people.
I do not have normal eyebrow hair.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I don't know if any of you gals out there, maybe men too, but it's probably it's more of a man thing. My eyebrows, you guys, are not like hairs. They are like seriously like fishing line.
You know what I could describe it as? Like one of those brushes you clean your barbecue with.
Seriously.
I don't know what that's called, but yeah.
Like a nylon brush.
Yeah.
You guys,
that's
seriously,
what it feels like.
My eyebrows are the weirdest texture. And I wish they were real soft hairs, but they're not. So
weird, right?
If I went somewhere to do my eyebrows, what would they do? Would they be like, oh, I have to shave off your whole eyebrow, honey? Yeah.
But they would just grow back the same. It wouldn't grow back soft, you know?
So I don't even know how they would deal with my wiry eyebrows.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would look.
I don't know.
Well,
That's a weird thing about me, you guys. Yeah.
and this podcast is not about eyebrows, although it may
No.
seem like it.
Yes.
I'm sure you know from the title.
But we're gonna get into it.
We're gonna
guys.
get into.
So our first podcast was about Disneyland.
It was.
And now they've announced, you guys, that Disneyland and DCA are going to open April 30th.
Yes.
Of course, with a very limited capacity.
I think they said 15% capacity.
That's
which if
what
you
they
think
said so
about
far.
it,
Yeah.
that seems so small.
It's hardly anything.
Yeah.
So first of all, you guys, first we're going to talk about, now this article I'm going to read to you. And I look very professional. You guys, I have my clipboard because I have my little paper here with my notes from the article. So I'm going to read you guys some bullet points that I made from this article.
We're so weird.
Which angered Jacqueline and I. And I'll tell you why it angered me and who the person was that made me angry.
Yeah.
Now, since this article came out, they have announced, like we said, Disneyland and DCA are going to open. Yeah. So then we'll talk about that. But let me read you guys a couple things here.
Right. But say what this one's about.
Yes.
Basically.
So basically, you guys, this article was from the San Francisco Chronicle. And it was just talking about when Disneyland opens up and how they had announced they were getting rid of the annual passports.
Right.
And most importantly, people being able to make monthly payments. All right, you guys. So ever since we've had our passes, listen, long ago when Jerry and I got our pass and it was like $135 for the year, we'd put it on our credit card and pay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But ridiculous, you guys, the prices now of the passes, right?
So expensive.
So what we would do is we would try to get them around the time of income tax money. Mm-hmm. We would use our income tax money to, do the big down payment.
Right.
Then we would make monthly payments. And it was so nice, you guys, to be able to have that option.
Right. Because if they didn't,
right,
we probably wouldn't be able to do it if you had to pay the whole thing.
I mean,
in full at that moment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I guess you guys, people could put that whole amount on a credit card, but who the heck can do that? So that's the way we always did it, you guys. So we were so mad when we heard about them getting rid of monthly payments. But let me tell you why this article angered me. Okay, so in this article, these are some of the things they said. So Disney's designing a more expensive park experience. They honestly said that in the article. CEO of Disneyland, Bob Chapek, this is what he said, you guys. Passes will come back at some point, but will be more expensive. Okay, you guys, they're already outrageously expensive, okay?
Right. Especially the one that you get, so we have parking.
So we have parking. Because
the parking is worth it. Because if you go multiple times a month, it's like $20-some to park each time.
Well, it was up to 25, wasn't it?
Yeah. Or did they made it 30, didn't they?
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be 35, 40 when they open. But anyway, you guys, so you go 4 times a month, it's $100. Right. So it's almost as if, right, they're smart, Disneyland, right? They make it so you honestly really have to buy the one with the pass. The parking, right, with the pass.
The pass, yeah.
Okay, so he said that pass holders are the ones who crowd the parks. Okay.
Which of course makes sense.
Of course. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now this guy, you guys, these quotes are from Dennis Spiegel. And he is a founder and CEO of International Theme Park Services. And basically what it is, it's a global theme park like where they consult theme parks about issues. Okay, so this is the CEO of this place. So he said those people, and I put it in quotes because I took that, you guys, as very, I don't like how he said that.
Right, like that's what he said,
right. Those people, pass holders, gobbled up capacity at the parks.
Right, like almost like blaming, it's almost like they need an excuse as to why they're getting rid of the passes.
Right.
Kind of thing.
So blame it on the pass holders who gobbled up, okay? A capacity according to him.
Yeah. Well, it's weird how he worded it.
So of course, you guys, we all know that the parks did get extra crowded because more people got passes because more people were able to get the monthly payments. Okay, but he goes on to say that he added that we do not spend money at the parks and all we do is go there to go on the rides. Hey, Mr. Spiegel, if you're listening to this,
Mr. Spiegel.
I really take offense to that because if you guys watch our videos from Disneyland, Jacqueline and I, what's the one thing that we rarely do when we go?
Go on rides.
Exactly.
It's the funniest thing.
Exactly.
It's the funniest thing. Like we literally go there to walk around,
eat,
buy stuff, buy whatever.
So
souvenirs.
I think that Mr. Spiegel is totally, you guys, wrong that he's taking it for granted that all of us pass holders just go to gobble up capacity and we don't spend money while we're at the park.
Right.
That's
weird.
That's shameful, Mr. Spiegel.
If anything, we actually spend more money because we go more often because we have a pass.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys.
So
now the person who wrote the article, you guys, added in that stopping payments to thin out the crowds is not going to be a good look for the company.
Which we agree.
And I totally agree, you guys.
Yeah.
Sure. There has to be a way to thin out the crowds a little, right, you guys? Because Jacqueline and I would talk about how crowded it was or that the line was too long and we weren't going to go on that, certain ride. But guess what, you guys? They could think of other ways to do it. Maybe they make a pass where you could only go on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Maybe this pass allows you only to go on the weekend. Maybe that pass is Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. You guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
Disney is smart. They could think of ways to try to thin out the crowd without, in my opinion, losing their number one customer base. We the people.
And source of income, I would think.
Right.
Is the passes.
Exactly. Too. And you guys, to me, I feel that we average Americans, who make up the people who do the monthly payments, we are the majority of the people who go to Disneyland. So I feel it's going to backfire. I feel like if they get rid of us by thinning us out and making it only so the more wealthy people could go, I think they're going to, in the long run, see a drop in the money they make.
Right. I mean, of course, we don't know what they're going to do yet for sure.
Right.
But they're making it sound like they're going to do something with the passes where it's going to be, I don't know, like more difficult to have a pass.
Well,
almost.
Yes. So then the article, goes on to say, that Walt Disney envisioned the park as a great playground for a family, families to go to, not a place where a family had to open up a new credit card just to be able to go.
Yeah.
And I put more, guys. Okay. Spiegel, Mr. Spiegel again. Mr. Spiegel.
Oh, Mr. Spiegel.
Went on to say that this will benefit the guests in the long run, but which guests? Exactly. You guys know what that means, right? The wealthy guests, the people who are able to pay a huge amount to go to Disneyland. So I'm assuming when they do open at the end of April, that it's going to be
well, they already said there's reservations.
Right. There's going to be reservations. You got to try to make reservations.
Yeah, that's how you're able to go.
Right.
Reservations.
Right.
Not sure what the payment is going to be, though, to actually get in.
Right.
Yeah.
We're thinking, you guys, if the tickets that went on sale just for the food recently.
Oh, yeah, the Touch of Disney.
Touch of Disney food experience. Those were $75, I believe, with a $25 credit towards food, but still $75. So if that was $75, you guys, we're guessing, I'm thinking $300 a person.
I don't know.
Go?
I said probably $250 a person.
Okay.
Because regularly, if you wanted, I think
a 2-day pass.
Don't quote me. Yeah, I was going to say a park hopper I thought was like almost $200 for a day.
Yes.
I thought.
I'm not sure because we never, we had passes, so I wasn't paying attention to the pricing.
Right, but it was somewhere between $100 and $200.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, well
for
over
the park
100.
hopper. Right. Yeah.
So then the person who wrote the article went on to say, since the pandemic, lots of people lost their jobs or maybe their source of income changed, and and these people who scrimped and saved to be able to go, now if it's going to cater to a higher income, of people, how are they ever going to be able to go again? And then, you guys, it went into they were talking about Mr. Spiegel doing a cashless park experience. So then the article, went on to say, hey, a lot of people don't have credit cards and a lot of people aren't able to get credit.
Right.
So now you're excluding all the people who want to go and pay cash.
Right.
So now you're starting to exclude that. And then he went on to say, now this, you guys, is from Mr. Chapek.
Yes. I
From
hope we're
Disney.
saying that right.
Yeah.
I think so.
Now he went on to say, those who could afford to buy tickets will be there. I think what bothers me, you guys, is the way they word things in this article.
Yeah.
I totally feel that they're really, honestly, kicking the people to the curb, that everybody who made monthly payments. I really do. I feel that their wording and how he says that those who could afford the tickets will be there. And then the person who wrote the article said basically ... the rest of you will be out of luck.
Right.
So that bothered me.
Yeah, I really would be curious to know how many people that have passes do monthly payments. Because in my mind, it's like the majority. It's like
Me too.
99%.
I'm thinking so too.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
And as we said earlier, we try to use our income tax for our passes. And throughout the year, we don't go on any vacations.
No, never.
And not literally not at all.
Never. Yeah.
Years and years ago we did, when I was 7 and
maybe
young.
But even then we would never fly somewhere.
No.
Not a big vacation like to Hawaii
Right,
or
yeah,
somewhere.
nothing
It
like
would
that.
be like we drive to San Francisco.
Right.
But this is our
vacation,
this
basically.
is what we want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Like getting the passes, going throughout the year. That's it's like an extra long vacation, right?
Right.
A year vacation where you could go to the park whenever you feel like it.
Right.
So I'm hoping that they still include some type of monthly payment, because that'd be really sad. I mean, I don't know what we'd do. We wouldn't be able to go. I mean, we wouldn't be able to get a pass.
I don't know what we would do. We
if
would
they're
have
still doing
to,
passes.
We would have to somehow. Well, and obviously, when they open, they're not going to do passes.
Right. So
he said at some point we will bring back
They
passes, but
might.
more expensive. So what does that mean, you guys? So a pass with parking is going to be $2,000. I mean, who in the heck knows?
Right.
But I think, you guys, I feel like they're totally disrespecting the people who make up the majority of who goes to Disneyland. I honestly feel like in their minds, it's all about, how much money they could make. Let's cater to the wealthy. And, oh, well, you people who can't afford it just can't come. Well, we're the people who gave you guys business.
Yeah.
We're the people who, even though we make monthly payments, we're still going to your park spending money, and you're profiting from that.
Right.
So,
and will they achieve their goal of, not having huge crowds? Probably.
Well, sure, because nobody could afford it.
Yeah, because not as many people could afford it now if they increase the price. But the question is, will they make as much money as they did? Because even if they increase the price, to try to get the crowds down, are as many people going to be able to afford it? Right. And I don't think they will, you guys. I don't know.
Sure, I think there's people out there, and we are one of those people that we're like, man, we're willing to go and, pay to be able to go. But you guys, there's a limit. I mean, there's a limit to how much you could afford to pay to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so upset over it. I feel like, sure, as soon as they open, you guys, I'm sure they're probably going to crash the website. And we're also going to go on, you guys. Of course, we're following it to go on there.
Right.
To see how much it's going to be and see if we could swing it to be able to go once.
I know.
But
yeah.
But the thing is that sure, at first everybody's going to be excited, right? And everybody's going to want to go because it's been so long.
Of course.
But is that going to be enough to keep the park profiting?
Right.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But then the article goes on to talk about Orlando, Disney World, and what happened when they opened last year in 2020 after being closed for months. I'm sure Mr. Spiegel is the one who said this. So even though things were really different. I guess, he's saying, well, people clamored to go there, right?
Right, which I'm sure is true.
So people spent money. Well, of course they did, because it was closed for so long. They were saying that when the parks opened up last year, they saw a double-digit increase in sales, ticket sales. Well, of course, you guys, because everybody was excited about getting back to the park, right? So I do think that will happen. They will see, even when these tickets go on sale, and if they're priced high, of course they're going to see people running to get them. We want to get them.
We do. But also remember, sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Disney World is like quadruple the size of Disneyland.
Right.
So just keep that in mind too.
But I do think, of course, you guys, they're going to see at first an increase, I think, in sales. Or that,
I'm sure.
Because I think what they're looking for is they're looking to see, are people still going to buy the tickets even if we raise them a huge amount?
Like a lot.
So I think at first they will, you guys, see that. But I think as time goes on, who is really, until they get passes, you guys, okay, so say the tickets are $300 a person. Well, how could you go every week?
True.
How could you go once a month if it's that much to buy a ticket? So, where Jacqueline and I, we would go very often. How could you do that until they get passes?
Yeah.
So then you guys, in the article, and I'll end with this because this is kind of sad. And Disney's been accused of this before, you guys. It says increasing prices, Disney's problem of privilege will become even worse. So I'm sure you guys have heard that Disney has been accused before of catering to the more privileged people. I just feel that I hope they don't forget, you guys, about all of us people, all of us who made up the majority of the people who went every single week.
Right. And even the people that just bought tickets to go, for 1 day or 3 days.
Right.
If they really hike up the ticket prices just for single days.
Right.
That'll be hard on those people that came from out of state and, for vacation and all that.
For sure.
So,
and I work, and I think you guys, why I feel so upset is I worked in retail for a long, long time, you guys. I worked at 2 big stores, Montgomery Ward and Miller's Outpost. So, and when you work at a store, what do you deal with all the time? Customers, right? It's all about customer service and, being, trying to make the customer happy. Mm-hmm. And I feel, you guys, that from this article and the things that between what Mr. Chapek from Disney said, CEO, and Mr. Spiegel, I feel that both of them aren't really listening or thinking about your average customer for Disneyland.
Right.
I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel that their focus is on the wealthy people and who could afford to go. And kind of like the lady said in the article, hey, if you can't afford it, oh, well, tough luck for you kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So that's about it from the article.
Right.
That I just pulled
that article.
From that article. Now you could tell them about the other article. And
right.
What that said. You guys may know this part already, but in case you don't.
Right. So they released, an official article on the Disney Parks blog.
Right.
Given a little bit of info about the opening day, April 30th.
Right.
So they said it'll be 15% capacity.
Right.
You'll need. I was like, where are you going to put that?
I was holding it on my lap. I'm like, oh, I got to put that down. Okay. I threw the clipboard on the floor. Okay.
And then, tickets will be required.
Of course.
And they said, they made it sound like there's going to be options what park you want to do. Because they said tickets will be required and the ticket you have will need to be valid for what park you're entering.
Right.
Because both parks will be opening, not just one.
Yeah.
That's what I think I read.
So it's either going to be a ticket for both parks and then a ticket for just Disneyland or a ticket for just DCA.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And the one for both will be even more.
Oh, of course.
So
watch, we could
really
be totally
curious.
wrong. Watch it be like 600 or something.
That'd be so crazy.
And then of course it said no parades.
Oh, right. It said no parades, no shows, fireworks, all
Fireworks.
that. They said those will return at a later date.
Right. Oh, and very limited rides.
Very limited rides.
Yeah, anything that has a long line will not be open.
Right, that like accumulates a big crowd won't be open. So I'm thinking, like Space Mountain won't be open, Matterhorn, Thunder Mountain,
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Even though it's not a big ride, but still, it gets a long line.
Oh,
so
Soaring.
things like that. Right.
Soaring, yeah.
Right. They didn't say what would be open yet, but they did make it sound like, because, I don't know if you guys know this. You probably do. They're refurbishing Snow White.
Oh, right.
Right. And now it's going to be called Snow White's Enchanted Wish, I think. Hope I'm right on that.
No more scary Snow White.
No more scary adventures. But I get it, though, right?
I know.
Because it was a little scary.
Yeah.
And then the name has the word scary in it.
Right.
So who knows what scenes they're keeping and all that. But it'll be exciting to see.
Right.
So they did say in the article, it'll be unveiled. Now, does that mean you could go on it?
It makes it sound like you can go on it. Right. So, well, that's going to be a long line.
So that would probably be a long line.
Right.
So that's a little confusing.
Right.
So things like that. And then what else?
I think what else was about it.
Oh, the reservation.
The reservation.
They didn't reveal anything about the reservation system yet, although I'm sure it's going to be almost exactly like when we got the Star Wars Land tickets, when we had to reserve for those when it first opened.
I can't even believe we got in the queue.
I know. I can't believe we even got in the queue.
Right.
We woke up so early for that. We were waiting in line forever.
On both computers.
Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, on both computers.
Right.
And we made it.
We never got into the queue, you guys, for the Touch of Disney.
Oh, yeah. That went quick.
That went very fast. I think in 8 hours, I think it said it was sold out. So, of course, this is going to be different, you guys, because this isn't a limited time. I mean, it's going to be open April 30th, right?
Unless California gets in a worse tier again.
Well, true. But it's,
yeah.
So I'm thinking we might have better luck
with
getting tickets. So, you guys, we're kind of hopeful that, we'll be able to afford to go.
Yeah.
Right. Because of course, who doesn't want to go back? Right. And experience the Disney magic. But I don't know, you guys, I just feel very sad. I feel very it's just sad, you guys. I just feel like in you guys, as I said, you guys could tell from what I read to you that I honestly feel like we're being excluded. All of us.
Right. That had a pass.
Right.
Since they're making it sound like whatever they're doing with the passes is going to be pretty drastic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it'll be interesting, you guys. But right now, I don't feel very hopeful that it's going to be something that we could afford. And the most depressing part is when he said passes will come back eventually,
but more expensive. I mean, they're already expensive.
You guys, and
they've increased so much over the years,
right? And
as compared to when you and Dad got them.
Oh my gosh, you guys, yeah. So, I think the first time we got passes, Jerry and I, I'm pretty sure $135 a year a person, and if you wanted to add parking to your pass, I think it was like $25.
Yep,
right, and it was.
I think we have the ticket that has it on it.
Yeah, it was great, you guys. But I think too. So not only are they going to be more expensive, as Mr. Chapek said, right? But if they're not doing monthly payments anymore, who has $2,000 lying around?
I don't know.
We don't.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's a fact. So it'll all be very interesting, you guys,
right?
To see what.
Yeah, and I like the idea of keep the passes, right? Don't increase the price too much that it's, impossible to get one.
Right.
But do only the certain days thing. I know they do that for it now, but restrict it even more, right? Because when we go, it's usually a weekday and it's usually like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday that we go.
Right, because we would never go on the days it was crowded.
Right.
Like Fridays or Saturdays or Sundays. And the summertime, you guys, it was always at night when we went.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of families with young kids go early because
I think so
the kids
too.
Get
they get
sleepy.
tired.
Yeah, they get tired.
Right.
But the thing still is going to be no monthly payments.
Right.
So,
but see, I'm saying instead of doing the no monthly payment, because they're trying to decrease the crowd size, right?
Right.
So instead of not doing monthly payments, just do that where
I
it's
see.
like, oh, you can only go like these 3 days of the week.
Right.
We wouldn't care.
So,
We'd say, oh, that's great.
Right.
'cause that'll
Exactly.
help the crowds. And we're still able to go those certain days. So that'd be
Right.
interesting if they did it
Right.
like that.
Hey,
I don't think they would, though.
I'd be happy, you guys,
No.
with an annual pass that they somehow worked out that was even 1 day a week.
Right?
Okay.
No, because you could still go that 1 day each
Right.
week, right?
And
that makes sense.
We wouldn't be going more anyway, like more than 1 day
Yeah.
a week. So
Right.
even that would be great.
True.
But the problem is still going to be, you guys, and once they get passes back, you guys, are they going to do different tiers?
Right?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
Where before it was the Southern California pass, and then it was the deluxe and the signature, and then the
Premier.
right.
Whatever.
So are they even going to have those
I don't
different
know.
levels?
Mm.
And so that's going to be a problem.
Right.
And then the no monthly payments. And
Right.
if there's only one pass and it's $2,500,
then
sadly, well,
we're out of luck.
we're out of luck, you guys.
Yeah.
Sadly, we're out of luck, and we'll have to go to downtown Disney and pretend we're at Disneyland and
True.
be like,
You know what? I think sooner or later they'll start charging to go to downtown Disney. What do you think?
don't give them any ideas. They probably will.
I'm just kidding. Don't listen anymore, Mr. Spiegel.
Oh, that
I mean, Mr.
Spiegel.
Chapek.
I hope Mr. Spiegel listens to this. Mr. Big Time Consultant.
He definitely will. No.
Right,
I'm
like
sure
he's
he
gonna,
knows
like he's
about
gonna
us.
find our podcast. No, but seriously, you guys, if I could call Mr. Spiegel on the phone, I would tell him, watch our podcast to see what we think of your comments.
Right.
Well, Mr. Chapek too.
Yeah.
From Disney.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Yeah.
We're interested to know.
I could cry thinking about like not being able to go to Disneyland again.
I know, it's so
right?
sad.
Because it's such a big part of our lives. If you guys are new to our podcast or our channel, you know that we love Disneyland. I think we've had our YouTube channel for like 5 years
I
or
think so.
and we have done like 95 Disneyland vlogs. The early ones are pretty cringy when Jacqueline had the camera
They
like
are.
2 inches from her face.
But that's like all our early
But we've
videos.
grown.
A little
We've grown
cringy.
since then.
Yeah.
We're still
I
cringy,
hope.
but you guys know what we mean. We have a lot of fun Disneyland videos. We were almost to our 100th vlog, you guys, when
Almost.
Miss Rona came along and
Miss
shut down the parks.
Rona.
Sharona. Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
So you guys, so unfortunately we never got to, or we haven't yet gotten to
Right.
vlog 100. But for us, you guys, Disney is such a big part of our lives. We even did a Disney house tour. You guys could go watch that. That's how much we love Disney. It's all through our house.
It is.
And we've
You
met
see some behind us right now.
Oh, yes. And we've met so many, you guys, of our viewers at Disneyland, and we have
So
such
much
good
fun.
memories. So many friends that we've made
Right.
through our YouTube channel. And the thought of, it's almost like, just picture Disneyland like shutting down completely and never opening again. Like, what a huge loss that would be for so many people,
Right.
that it's such like a huge part of your life.
Right.
So I hope that Mr. Spiegel, I hope that Mr. Chapek are watching this video or are listening to the voices of the people.
The people.
Power to the people, you guys. Because
Right.
seriously, right? Let your voices be heard. Call who you need to. Write letters to
Yeah.
the CEO. Because Disneyland is a huge thing, you guys. And
Right.
we all want to be able to go back again.
Right. And I mean,
You know?
I get what they're trying to do, right?
Right. I get it.
But I feel like there's a different way
Exactly.
that it could be done.
I
I don't know
think so,
what
too.
exactly. I mean, we gave like a few ideas earlier.
Right.
But
like they're going to listen to us.
No. I just meant like we thought of like some other ways that they might be able to
Right.
achieve smaller crowds.
Right.
But yeah.
We sure hope so, you guys. I hope that they're kind of not. Why do I picture them sitting like in their offices, in their fancy offices with their big salaries per year, and they're not
Celery with peanut butter?
Yeah, not even thinking about what you just said. Like in their minds, thinking, how could we cater to the wealthy? How could we cater so that when the parks open, we're bringing in the kind of crowd that we want?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I think that's pretty much it for the podcast. I will say though, hope you guys don't think we're like whining and complaining, like which we are, but
it's because we love Disneyland so much.
Exactly.
Right.
I know we care about it so much. And again, we feel like there's a certain way it could be done without getting rid of the passes, without making them super, super expensive.
Right.
I don't know. There has to be something.
And without
that they could
excluding
do.
your main source of
Right.
income.
I wonder how many
Right.
passes there are.
Oh, I think
Did it say?
I read they estimated about 1 million.
Wow.
So I got to think of a way to thin out the crowd without excluding. So
Facts.
yeah, facts.
Facts.
So you guys let us know in the comments what you're thinking. And
yeah,
I'm assuming most people think like us because they all want to
I would
go and
think.
they're all afraid they're not going to be able to.
I know. See,
Yeah.
and that's excluding like those million passes. That's not even including the people that buy tickets. You know how many people buy tickets?
Right.
Like, look at how much money they're getting from those people
Because
too.
there's still many people who don't have passes, of course.
Right, like they can't afford a
Right,
pass.
exactly.
Still,
Right.
and they get tickets.
So they're just buying a one-day ticket,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
Like when I was a little girl, you guys, our once-a-year trip to Disneyland, if we were lucky. If
Yeah.
we were lucky. And I might go back to that
It might,
if we could afford
if we're lucky.
it. I know.
I
So
know.
it'll be interesting, you guys. We'll keep looking on the site
Yeah.
to see what
Updates there are.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you'd like to see us talk about something else in a future podcast, maybe something Disney related, you could
Yeah.
also let us know
Give us
down
some
below.
ideas, you
Yeah,
guys,
give us
of
some
some
ideas.
podcast ideas you
Right.
might have.
And I realize every time I push my glasses up today, they crackle a little
Oh, yeah,
bit.
I heard that.
I know. It's been happening
Don't
every
break
time.
them, honey.
I'm not. I like barely do it. It's all. And if you've missed our past podcast episodes, some of the things that were in those, we did another Disney one, a
Mhm.
Disney related one.
Yep.
We talked about bullying
Oh,
and
yeah?
our experiences with bullying, like
Uh-huh.
at school and
Right.
things like that. We talked about the celebrities we've met
Uh-huh.
in another podcast, mainly in LA
Yeah.
that we met the celebrities. And what was the other one?
How to
Was there
have a
one?
good mom
How to have a
daughter.
good. I think I skipped that one. How to have a good mom and daughter relationship.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you guys are missing Disneyland, you could go look at one of our Disneyland videos if you want to relive
There's
the
a lot.
magic, you guys. And we have a lot of fun at Disneyland, and it shows us eating
Yes.
and walking around, going on rides, but mostly eating. Anyway, you guys, so hopefully you are new to our channel, and if you're new, please subscribe.
And if they
Um,
made it to the end of this video, they probably
Right.
shut it off after
We
10
give you a
minutes.
big thumbs up if you did, you guys,
Hey.
and we hope that you will subscribe because it helps our channel out, you guys.
Yeah.
You know,
And give this video a like too. Helps more people to see it.
Yes, and share our videos, you guys. That's another big thing. We do say that
Sometimes.
but it really does help you guys if you guys share our videos to get it out there, for other people to
True.
see. So all these things just help our channel to grow. And yeah, I'm glad we did this video because this has been in our minds a long
Yeah.
time,
Mhm.
and I'm sure that the majority of our viewers and the people that we know feel the same way that we do.
I would
about it.
think.
I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna sit there and go, "Yay, it's gonna be more expensive." I mean, I'm pretty sure
Right?
everybody's concerned,
I would think.
like we are. Yeah,
Yeah, we thought we'd talk to our fellow Disney lovers about it.
that's right. That's
so
right.
hope you all are doing well. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a
Thumbs up, you guys, and as always, we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
bye, everyone.